Gemini, welcome to your July 7th through the 13th reading. We're going to do something a little bit different. There are 4 categories here, and we're going to see which categories are going to be for you. So the first category is your social life and your connections. The second category is work. The third category is your self-care and your mental health. And the fourth category are your passions and your hobbies. So I have a picker wheel on my phone, and we're going to see what you are going to get for this reading for the week of July 7th through the 13th. So let's see what comes up for you, Gemini. What do we got? What's that green one? You're going to see it before me. All right, number 1. Okay, so this is going to be your social life and your connections. So this is all connections in your life. This is going to have to be, do with, going out, having fun, and the people in your life, the connections that you have. We're going to do a 5-card spread with some clarification, and we're going to cut the deck to come up with a card at the bottom of the deck. And you have the 7 of Cups. So Gemini, I'm sure this is a common theme. I hate to typecast you here, but you are the kings and the queens. You are the royalty of socializing in the zodiac, right? So the 7 of Cups is having a lot of options. The 7 of Cups is, having a lot of choice when it comes to your social life and your connections. So the big key with the 7 of Cups is to focus on the cups that are worth it. And if you're in a place where you're thinking a lot about your options when it comes to your connections, it's about focusing on the right connections out of all the options that you have. All right, so we're going to do a 5-card spread here. Your first card, Gemini, I'm not going to take that one. It's the 8 of Cups. Your second card, Gemini, is the Moon. Okay. Third card for you when it comes to social life and connections, Gemini, is the 3 of Cups. Awesome. Your fourth card is the King of Swords. And your 5th card is the Wheel of Fortune. Awesome. Okay, so you start off with the 8 of Cups. So this is asking you to think about the people in your life, the parts of your social life that are no longer serving you. Right? So, for you, Gemini, it just comes so naturally for you to be the social butterfly. It's so natural for you to network, to build connections, right? You probably have a lot of connections going on right now. You probably have a lot of different things that you're doing, maybe doing too much, right? Especially just coming out of Gemini season. I'm sure it was a very, very busy month for you. Uranus is going into your sign on Monday, the 7th. So the very first day of this reading. So with Uranus and Gemini, especially when it comes to your social life, there's going to be some more unpredictability going on in your connections, right? So this is going to ask you to focus on the connections. Again, with that 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this is asking you to focus on the connections that are worth it, and definitely to focus on the connections or the things that you're doing in your social life that are not worth it, right? The things that you're doing that are maybe unhealthy for you or take up too much of your energy, you need to focus on those things and walk away from them as far as your social life and your connections go, Gemini. Then you have the Moon, right? So this is what's in darkness. This is what's confusing, right? So with that 7 of Cups, having a lot going on as far as your social life and your connections go, or maybe not having a lot going on because you're in a place of darkness and confusion. The Moon asks you to really dive deep into the darkness that's inside of you, the confusion that's inside of you, and to embrace it, right? So some people will definitely classify the Moon as a card of confusion, right? But confusion is a powerful place. this, right? Confusion usually leads to clarity, right? So when it comes to the things that you're doing in your social life or the people in your life that you're connecting with, right? Really dive into the meaningful connections and the meaningful activities that you're doing, right? And maybe sometimes you hang out with someone or you do something and you end up feeling a little confused, a little lost, like it wasn't fulfilling to you and your soul and who you are, right? So the moon coming up in the reading is asking you to really consider those people and those things that you're doing, again, with that Eight of Cups, that aren't serving you, that are maybe leading to some confusion here, right? And get on the path towards clarity, right? And you have the Three of Cups, right? So very appropriate for reading about your social life and your connections, right? So this is finding the places and the people that are worth celebrating with, right? So it's like it kind of tells me that you have a lot going on, Gemini. I wouldn't be surprised if you did have a lot going on. And, maybe now that summer is moving into Cancer season and Uranus is going into your sign, I'm sure that's leading to a certain energy of maybe chaos with that moon card in your life, right? So it's like really focus on those concentrated connections, right? Like here we have 3 people, right? So it's like I always like to say that you need about 2 to 3 solid connections in your life, right? So with this Three of Cups, right? Think about the 3 people in your life or the 3 friend groups in your life or those 3 activities that you do that are really, really beneficial to who you are and where you're going and really add to your cup here with the Three of Cups. And the next card you have is the King of Swords, right? So to me, this is connected to that moon, right? So it's like maybe you're in a place of confusion and you don't feel like you have the clarity of the King of Swords, right? So it's like the reading is asking you through your social life and your connections, how is it helping you gain that mental clarity here with the King of Swords, right? The things that you're doing that maybe leave you mentally drained, those are the things that you have to walk away from with that Eight of Cups. Right? And when you do this, you are going to have a change in your fortunes with the Wheel of Fortune. Right? So the thing I always like to think about with the Wheel of Fortune is that you have a lot of these wheels, right? And really the whole point of the Wheel of Fortune is to stand right in that center point, because those wheels that are spinning are the wheels of life, right? So if this is about your social life and your connections and what you're doing, maybe you have a lot going on, there's a lot spinning, there's a lot moving, there's a lot of fun that you're having, right? And it's asking you to be in the middle there and be calm and still. Maybe the Wheel of Fortune is saying that you need to rest in order to change your fortunes, right? Maybe you're going out to meet people or you're going out to make a connection romantically or platonically, right? So it's like finding stillness in the movement is what the Wheel of Fortune is all about, all right? So we will clarify. Your first card is the Eight of Cups, and with the Eight of Cups, we have the Magician. And this is you, right? This is your major arcana card, right? You are a master of manifestation, right? So think about the people in your life, the activities that you're doing that you need to walk away from, and it's going to lead to a powerful place of manifesting whatever it is that you want to bring into your life, right? Walking away from the things that no longer serve you with the Eight of Cups will lead you to a powerful place. And, the thing about the Magician is that he's a master of all the suits of the tarot. So in this busy time that you may be having in the summer here, you need to think about, are you going to use your creativity with the wands? Are you going to use your mental acuity with the swords? You're going to use your emotions with the cups, or you're going to use your work with the pentacles? You need to pick which tool to use in order to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest from this social life, from your connections, right? And with the moon, we are going to grab the Four of Pentacles, right? So this is definitely goes hand in hand with that moon energy, right? This is you being stuck. This is you holding on too tightly, right? This is you maybe holding on to people and to activities in your life that are no longer serving you or bringing you joy, right? So it's time to release that, right? Maybe the things that you've always liked doing don't provide you with as much fulfillment anymore. And, you know, it's like you've always liked it, but then it's not the same. So the Four of Pentacles is asking you to let go so you can let go of the confusion, whether it's people or things that you're doing, activities, and again, anything with your social life. It's time for you to let go of what's keeping you stuck there. With the Three of Cups, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is a brand new spark of creativity, right? So it's like, this is maybe finding new people, right? Or reconnecting with people that you haven't connected with in a while, right? This is, you know, definitely a new energy, right? So it's like, if you've been doing the same things, if you've been hanging out with the same people, maybe it's time to mix it up. Maybe it's time to go to places where you're going to meet some new people. And again, that's so easy for you, Gemini. And, you know, the reading is asking you to focus on the new with that Ace of Wands. And with the King of Swords, we have the Chariot, right? So mental clarity, right? Processing whatever you gain from your social life and your connections right now, the people that you are spending your time with, right? Using the powerful mind that you have, Gemini, that genius mind is going to lead you to a place of victory here. Once you really sort out what's worth it and what's not worth it when it comes to your social life and the people that you are connecting with. And with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Five of Pentacles. Right. So this is definitely what I've been feeling in the reading so far. Like maybe you've been hanging out with people who have disappointed you. Right. Maybe you've been hanging out with people and continue to give your energy to things that, again, are no longer serving you. And you've been disappointed here with this Five of Pentacles. Right. And you want to change in your fortunes. Right. So again, with that Ace of Wands, the way that you're going to change your fortunes from things and people that are disappointing you is to just mix it up. Right? With that Chariot card there, you want to trust yourself, choose yourself, move forward in new directions and go to places that you haven't been to, try things that you haven't done before, right? And it's gonna lead you to the place where you want to go with this. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Take care, and I hope you have a good week. Peace, Gemini.